Holy shit, trainee, it is 2025. Before we can start this new year, we gotta wrap up 2024, and there's no better place to start than with the honorable mentions. Alright, just like every year, we are freestyling the honorable mentions. So, from left to right, we have Legacy United Windsweeper. He is a very fun toy. He could have done to be more accurate. I got the non-F kit after I filmed and did photos and all that stuff. So he could have been more accurate, but overall, the needle nose mold is incredibly underrated, and it's one of my favorites from the whole Legacy trilogy. Behind him, we have New Age Hephaestus, aka their Yellow Devi. I got the yellow one because I'm saving the Toon colors for when I get the MMC one as they start to come out. But I had a bad Devastator itch. The SS86 looks less than desirable to me. And I'd already had a New Age before, and I wanted it again because it's a very fun set, and they had the yellow colors for sale, and so I jumped on it. In front of him, we have Marvel Legends Carnage, which, not too much to say, he's an awesome looking figure. He has some great sculpting, great detail, and some good articulation. He paired well against the retro card Venom from this year. Then in front of him, you have the Helverine, which it's such a kick-ass figure. It's fun to articulate. It's on the incredible Marvel Legends Wolverine mold. It's a lot of fun, and it just has a great aesthetic to it. Its vibe is just next level. Then next to him, we have the Deadpool 3 figures. These two figures are from a very mediocre movie that I very much enjoyed watching. They do a very good job at capturing the suits from the movie, and they're fun to play with. These are essentially my stand-in until Mafex gets around to these two in like 3 to 4 years. God, I love imports. So yeah, they're going to fill that slot nicely. Behind them is actually a rerun from last year, because last year Volcanicus made the top 10. And so this year I had to give a shout to Dino King because it's the same set of molds, but in the correct colors. And I was very impressed with how much retooling they did. Obviously, nothing extreme. It was mainly just the heads and then weapons, but it went a long way. Next to them, we have probably my two most shocking figures of the year. YOLO Park D16 and then Blocky's Blue Streak. Both of them are more just representative of their entire lines. I was knocked off my ass by YOLO Park. I did not realize, I kind of just always passed them by like, oh, look at these oddities. But then I finally got their D16 and Orion packs. God damn, they make a mean model kit. Model kit in a very loose sense, mind you, but they are still model kits. But they are awesome. And it made me do a double take, and now I have to go back and look through their back catalog, and also wait till they actually do stuff that interests me outside of TF1. Blockies is a similar story. I kind of saw them when they were being teased and built up, but when they finally hit Walmart's, to mine and everyone else's surprise, I decided to pick them up, and holy shit, they're addicting. Blue Streak is the encapsulation of them all here, because he's my favorite. But I also have Ironhide, Thundercracker, and then I'm looking to get some other ones from the other waves, but they are incredibly fun model kits. These are like legit model kits, unlike YOLO Park. You've got the sprue sheet and everything, but they're super quick to put together, and they're a lot of fun and incredible value for the Galaxy versions. And then behind him is Gamer Edition Optimus. I kind of just wanted to put him here because I was enjoying Gamer Edition this year. It had a very rough start last year, but Optimus, Ratchet, and Sideswipe are pretty good. Ratchet probably would have been here if I didn't sell him. I sold them all off because I decided not to do that anymore. But regardless, Optimus is a lot of fun, and for a while was the crown jewel of this line. That does it for honorable mentions, so now let's jump right into the top 10 figures of 2024, according to me. This figure almost didn't make the list. As a matter of fact, this whole list went under several revisions, with other figures like Energon Towline, Legacy Windsweeper, and Gamer Edition Ratchet all almost taking this spot. But at the end of the day, I just couldn't deny this guy what he deserves. Probably the best figure to come out of Legacy United as a whole, Missing Link Optimus at home delivers a very fun pocket version of one of the best Transformers ever made. And believe me, this will not be the last time Big Red shows up on this list. Unlike his Optimus counterpart, Studio Series Transformers 1 Megatron is an extremely fun figure to mess with. He's solid where it counts, is well engineered with an awesome alt mode. He pretty much improves on every aspect the Optimus falls short at, and delivers a great representation of one of the most memorable characters in recent TF media. Despite the line as a whole being incredibly rocky, the G.I. Joe Collab Cup is an incredible leap forward for the line, delivering an accurate alt mode, an incredibly fun conversion, and a good-looking robot with all the modern articulation you'd want, which, believe me, for this line, that's saying something. And along with this, like the other collabs, you get some kick-ass recreations of some classic Joes. As discussed in his showcase, this is quite possibly the definitive Marvel Legends Venom. The sculpt on this figure is fantastic, and with a little modification of the neck, this figure soars to being not only one of the best Marvel Legends, but one of the best figures released this year. This movie Carnage figure was a long time coming, and finally, Hasbro decided to recognize the validity of the Venom sweep, and what a way to do it. This movie Carnage is excellently done and is absolutely the pinnacle of what a deluxe Marvel Legends can and should be. It's incredibly fun and highly recommended. I personally prefer it over the SH Figuarts. This won't be too exhaustive as I've made a video on this and I've said it several times, but Rise of the Beasts is not a movie I'm a fan of. But that doesn't mean we didn't get some killer toys from it, and Primal being the chief example of such. Despite his questionable status as a leader class, this guy looks great and delivers on a very fun experience. This figure is what all reissues and re-releases should be. It takes an already great figure and tweaks it with the innovations that have happened since its release to push it over the edge into GOAT territory. The Deadpool 3 re-release of Origins Wolverines fits this description to a T and is easily one of the best Marvel Legends put out this year. I know this guy was all the rage when he first came out, but I just really wasn't feeling him back then. Mainly because when I got my copy of Armada Optimus Prime, I absolutely failed the QC dice roll and ended up with a ton of paint issues and really poor joint quality. Fast forward to this year, Hasbro drops a reissue, and I think, why not? Maybe I might have better luck this time. And damn, I did. This is one of the best figures Hasbro has put out in a long time, maintaining the charm of the original design and improving on the very real shortcomings the vintage toy has. And that's why I'm glad I gave him another shot. Retro Duke is the best 1/12 scale action figure I have ever got from a Western company. Full stop. He looks incredible, comes with the right accessories, his articulation is as smooth as butter. Retro Duke is a plastic testament to how much the G.I. Joe classified line has evolved over the last 5 years, and has become far and away the best toy line you can get at retail. Now, the reason I'm not going into detail on these figures is because I'm working on a very special video for them, so be looking forward to that in the new year. But to put it simply, this is the best Transformer figure Takara has ever made. And there isn't much more to say to that. Similar to Origins Wolverine, they took one of the best Transformers ever, that being G1 Optimus, and kicked it up to 11. I plan on comparing them in the future, but this does something very different from the Legacy United Optimus. And while that's a fun figure, Missing Link Convoy is in a complete league of its own. Dare I say, the best Transformers figure ever. And there you have it. Those are my top 10 figures of 2024. And before we close, I'd like to thank you all for staying tuned this year, and to tune in next year, because I got a few videos in the pipeline. I wish you all a happy new year, and a very prosperous 2025. Aviator Dan's, signing off.